Okay, so Drop Beat Dad. Mmm. Just all of the middle fingers to Marty. All of them. So we start off with Sour Cream and Steven moving some gear for a rave. Sour Cream's dad, Yellowtail, is not really fond of this. We established in other episodes that Sour Cream's dad never really liked his whole DJing career. But Sour Cream is taking none of his muzz and walks off with Steven. They head to the they pass by the car wash, and who else but Marty shows up. Really, Rebecca Sugar, you use characters who I thought I would never see again. You use Marty, and in Beach City Drift, you use Kevin. I really thought Kevin, of all people, would be a one-off character that we would never see him again. But Marty, he's the one character who I thought, besides Kevin, that we would never see again. I mean, I guess that he would have to. I don't know, child support, something. Eh. But regardless, Marty comes back and he tells Sour Cream that he is going to cram apparently 9 years worth of bonding into one big ass event. Sour Cream is, well, naturally excited. I mean, regardless of what people say, if you're that kid that grew up without a certain parent in their life, you want that parent in your life. I mean, yeah, Marty is a huge jerk, but we'll get to that later. So they head up to the abandoned building where apparently a lot of things happen in it. I mean, you had the wrestling match where Amethyst and Tiger Millionaire were doing their thing, and apparently it's a normal rave spot for Sour Cream. But they head there, and Marty's like, "Nah, this won't do. Like this equipment." He holds up a Game Boy. Like, this equipment. What the fuck is this? We got this somewhere else. And they go on the beach. Steven's like, "You did a concert on the beach for my dad once, and you you sucked at your job. No one showed besides my mom." And of course, Sour Cream promises that it will be different this time. They have all this equipment, all these roadies, and apparently Steven's floating abilities comes with super strength, I guess. Or at the very least, it affects objects that are near. His floating abilities affect objects that are near him. I don't know. So they set up, and things go rightly downhill. So Marty hypes up Sour Cream for the show, and it's all a trick to promote this sucky ass soda that is not even a liquid. It's fucking gack. That's what it is. It's gack in a can. And Ronaldo has this to me. Ronaldo has this really funny line where he pours the guac cola onto some tortilla chips, and he's like, "It's not even good on chips." Like, how do you? The fundamentals of guacamole, like you just fail at it hard. I don't even like guacamole, honestly, but the fact that I know that other people do, but the fact that you fail at the essentials of making it tasty is fucking awful. So Steven's pretty upset that Marty's using sour cream as just this big promotional thing, and well, sour cream confronts him, saying, "Dad, you're ruining my show." And of course, Marty's true colors are revealed, saying, "This isn't your show; it's my show. It's Guac Cola's show. You're lucky I'm letting you do this." And sour cream is like, "No, forget it. I don't need you." And Marty's just like, fine, I'll leave. And he says the only reason he came back was to give Greg an envelope, which I'll get to in a second. So Yellowtail runs off when Greg tells him that Marty is ruining his show, and he comes back. Sour Cream thinks it's just so he can put him on a boat so he can fish. Gosh damn it, it's one piece of hair. Sour Cream thinks that he's just there to put him on a boat so he can force him to fish. But no, he's there to deliver his equipment. And he actually calls him Dad. And they rave and happy ending, but not before Greg opens that envelope and has $10 million. I cannot say how fucking surprised I was. I think everyone who watched this was surprised. Like, and I couldn't figure out as to why it was $10 million. The closest I could get was maybe some residuals from some music that the closest I could get was residuals from any CDs that he sold. I'm wrong, but I'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, the episode itself, I really enjoyed this. And it actually has a pretty good message that even if you are a kid that has a step parent and you do not always see eye to eye, and you can see that person as, you know, not your real dad or not your real mom, they can still end up being that person that cares about you more than the biological parent that left. So as far as that message is concerned, I think it's a really good underlined one. And Greg has those words that even if Sour Cream doesn't end up being a DJ, he will still be alright as long as he's doing something that makes him happy. Which I think, you know, as a lesson that everyone can live by. Even if your initial dreams don't essentially work out, as long as you do something that makes you happy, then you'd be good. I mean, look at Greg. He wanted to be a rock star, and he ended up working in a car wash, and he's perfectly content. This episode is just so good. It's fantastic. The messages are great. It's not like hammered in. My Little Pony, take notes, please. Take notes. You don't have to hammer in a message for it to come across. You can just do it subtly. So as great as this episode was, of course, is the lead-in to the next episode.